Hey guys, how's it going? It's Alex of Coyote Astrology. Welcome to my weekly forecast. This is my forecast for the week of April 1st, 2019. This is also my new moon video as we have this beautiful new moon coming in this Friday the 5th in Aries. So we're going to be talking about that. But first of all, beginning of the week, we are swimming in a lot of Pisces energy, but it's a bit different now because Mercury's direct. So we're shaking off that weirdo energy that we just got out of, coming out of the fog. We're feeling a bit more clear and perhaps like things aren't quite as bad as we thought. That was the weird thing about that retrograde, is that it was conjunct Neptune. So it was very mental, it was very internal, it was very private in a way, it was very eerie. It was kind of like we were on some kind of mind-altering drug, and the drug has now worn off and will continue to wear off until mid-April, but we're coming out of it, we're feeling a bit better, things are starting to make a little bit more sense, and beginning of the week we can kind of start to enjoy the more positive aspects of Pisces now that Mercury is direct, which of course is creativity and vision and making our dreams come true and tapping into altered states of reality through meditation, this type of stuff. And then we start moving towards this new moon in Aries. And of course, new moon in Aries on Friday, new moon's always time to set new intentions that we can then see develop over the next lunar cycle. And this new moon is in Aries, which is also about new beginnings. Aries is springtime. It's the beginning of a cycle, and it is very much focused around the personality, the self. So Aries, forever the youthful anarchist, really doesn't like authority. Aries likes freedom, autonomy. It likes to do what it wants, go after its own desires without restriction. And this new moon is squaring Saturn and Pluto in Capricorn. So this new moon is about breaking free of restriction, whether that be a mental restriction, some kind of fear, insecurity, or self-limiting belief, or an actual restriction from some kind of authority, whether it be a job or a boss or a landlord or the government, whatever. This new moon is really about breaking out of the cage and bursting through the gate and getting after what we want 100%. And of course, we want to look at what Mars is doing because Mars rules Aries and Mars now is in Gemini. So Mars being our drive, when it's in Gemini, Gemini wants lots of different options. It wants variety. Gemini is a mutable sign, so it's kind of a chameleon in its ways, and it likes to go to the cocktail party and talk to lots of different types of people about lots of different types of things. And Gemini in love often doesn't really have a type. It likes to date people from all across the spectrum. It's really beautifully colorblind in that way, and it really just wants to gather data, and it wants this data to have something about it that's intellectual or logical because Gemini is very cerebral. So now we can start to find logical data and some answers. Mercury retrograde brought all the questions, right? Now Gemini can go find the answers. So it's about meeting new people, exploring options, getting a variety of different answers to questions we may have. And a lot of these answers might have to do with healing, because this week on Wednesday, we will have Mars sextiling Chiron in Aries. So when the sun went and conjunct Aries, Chiron in Aries recently, we might have had aspects of our personality come up that need healing. So this could have been a health crisis or feelings about our physical appearance or something about ourselves recently that we really do want to change. And Mars in Gemini is now here to save the day and go explore options and expand its awareness and realize that maybe we have more options than we thought because they weren't available when Mercury was retrograde and we were all confused and high or whatever the hell that was. And now we're able to ground some solutions into reality. And on that note, we have Mercury sextiling Saturn. That'll be exact on Sunday the 7th, which is very exciting because Mercury in Pisces is the artist. It's the artist that lays in the field and looks up at the clouds and thinks of all these beautiful things that it wants to create, but perhaps sometimes lacks the responsibility or the structure to actually get it done. So then Saturn comes in, Saturn that likes results, and is like, okay, great, love the vision, but how are we going to make it happen? So having Mercury sextile Saturn this week, we can really start to make a plan and have our dreamy focus stable, or dreamy mental state stabilized and more focused. So overall, really productive week, full of energy and inspiration. So I hope you guys are feeling that. I hope you guys have an amazing new moon. Set some new intentions. Don't miss this opportunity, because in astrology, everything is cyclical. Zodiac is a wheel. These waves of energy, they come like waves and they bring their lessons. They provide a platform, but it's really up to us to jump onto them before they pass us by. And this week is one of those windows. So take it for what it's worth. Leave Mercury retrograde behind and bring with it all the lessons that you need. And best of luck stepping into this new chapter, guys. If you would like to reach out to me for a reading, you can email me. My email will be down below. And if you have enjoyed the music in the background of this video, it's been brought to you by Signs of Life, and I will put the track listing down below as well. All right, you guys, thank you so much for tuning in. Don't forget to subscribe, and please share this video if you feel called to. All right, you guys, see you next week.